All right, so if Reneka told you about admission requirements, I'm just going to repeat it again very quickly because it's so important. First of all, you have to meet the requirements for the specific type of qualification, i.e., bachelor's degree or diploma or certificate that you want to apply for. Then you have to have the subjects that are required. We're going to have a look at some examples now, as well as a certain performance, so percentage or code in those subjects. Then they also look at your average or APS, and sometimes they require something more like an audition or like a portfolio if you for some of the design courses. Important to look at all of this. What we put on the next couple of slides are the different career fields and the subjects that are normally required by most institutions if you want to study further in those fields. Um, you will say that we've listed required subjects as well as recommended subjects. Some fields, there aren't many required subjects. For instance, if you think about your humanities, they will not require something specific. So we would say the maths or maths lit and a good performance in language. But in those cases, they will most likely still look at your average. All right. But for some fields like agriculture and the sciences, medical and health sciences, they are required subjects in most cases. Okay. So you will look like something like medicine, which in all institutions they will require mathematics. When I say mathematics, I mean pure maths, like some schools speak of it. So mathematics, physical sciences, and life sciences. You will struggle to find an institution that won't require all three of them. But if you look like something like agriculture, you might find courses where they do not require the sciences, or they say physical sciences or life sciences. And we'll see that in the example I'm going to show you. So looking at these guidelines is informing you about which subjects will open most options for you. Because if you take physical sciences, for instance, and you are interested in agriculture, yes, you'll find some without the requirement of physical sciences, but because most do have that requirement, you have more options with that subject. Okay. Remember, we also said the performance is important. And I want to say that when we look at the requirements now that I'm going to show you, you will see that most of the time when they require a subject, they require at least 50 or sometimes even 60% in that subject, sometimes even more. If you think about something like engineering at universities are doing a degree in engineering, they require mathematics and physical sciences, but sometimes as high as 70 or 80% in mathematics. Okay, so if you do not meet those requirements, you will still not be considered for that course. So it's important to also think about how well do I do in this subject. Think about something like, again, we're going to look at agriculture, and you see, okay, they want mathematics on level 5 or level 6, and you do not get that, it's fine. But then it's important to maybe consider some other options and maybe even not to take maths, because taking maths or taking sciences and not doing well enough will still have those doors closed for you. If you then rather look at some other options, some other career options, you can choose other subjects that you do better in. You can increase your average and have a better chance of accessing those options. All right. If that confused you, please ask us so that we can explain that to you again. All right. I want to share the screen with you quickly, and you'll see this is on the CPUT website. And these are their admission requirements. Now you can see, let me just minimize it a bit. It looks like this. This is their booklet that you can access online. You can download it. Maybe you can ask somebody to print it for you. But you'll see this is an example of their applied sciences. Now, if you look here at the top, I'm just going to see if I can zoom in and move it a bit so that you can see. All right, so here you can see this is the Department Agriculture, that's the field. Here you can do Diploma in Agriculture or Diploma in Agricultural Management, but you can see here they talk about the subject requirements. First of all, they say that you have to get an APS, all right, so the AP score. Um, and here they say you have to use method 1 to calculate that. And I'll show you this just now. So that has to do with your average, all right? But here they say, okay, you have to have English, you have to have mathematics. Now you can see here under Maths Lit, they have no code, all right? That means that they do not consider Maths Lit for this course. You have to have mathematics on level 3, code 3, right? Then they say life sciences code 4, so 50%, physical sciences also 50%, but here in the comments they say life sciences or physical sciences. So for diploma in agriculture at CPUT, you have to have mathematics, but you can either have physical sciences or life sciences. All right. If you look at the second option here under agriculture at CPUT, here they offer a diploma in agricultural management, which is a bit different, and go and have a look at what that difference is. And here you can see they say, okay, mathematics 3, or you can do it with Maths Lit. So if you do not have mathematics, you have to have at least 60% in math literacy, and then still life sciences or physical sciences 50%. Okay, so this means it's a diploma, so you have to meet the diploma requirement, which is 40% in 4 subjects. Okay, then you have to have an APS of 26 if you have mathematics, or 28 with math literacy. You have to calculate that by method 1. I'll show you that now. You have to have maths for the diploma in agriculture, or you can do maths lit for the diploma in agricultural management, but you have to have one of the sciences. Okay, and if you start looking at these kind of pages, and I know you're not looking at courses yet, but this will tell you like, okay, if I can do well enough in mathematics and I can do well enough in the sciences, I would have 2 options open at CPUT if I take mathematics as a subject and I do well enough in it. All right. Quickly want to show you something else on this document, and here is the information about calculating the AP score. There's 2 methods, like you saw on the agricultural thing or page. They said that you have to use method 1, and that's just the best of 6 subjects. So you take your best 6 subjects. You cannot take life orientation, and you work out the average, and that will give you your AP score. All right. So you saw that you have to have 26, I think. So if you take the average of your subjects, so you take, or not the average really, you calculate all the percentages and divide it by 10, you will get your AP score. All right. So best of your best 6 subjects. Okay. And if you don't have extra subjects, that will be all your subjects except for life orientation. Some courses would ask you to do double maths and science. So you'll have maths times 2, physical sciences times 2, and then you'll get your calculation like that. So go and have a look at this. You can download this from CPUT's website. All right. So I hope that helps you a bit thinking about and helping you how to choose your subjects, how to know whether you should take mathematics, whether you should take physical sciences, what are the others that could help you. The recommended subject on our list in the slides are also the subjects that would maybe prepare you or expose you to the field so that you can learn more about it, although it won't be required. Remember, you won't have all these subjects at your school, so make sure that you know which subject you can choose from. And if you're not sure, ask your teachers or ask your CK office manager or anybody who can help you with that. All right, if you don't get right and you don't come right, please let us know. Okay.